welcome to yoga. We are going to start by laying down. If you have a block and a strap, go and grab it just in case. So starting by laying down on the mat, we're just going to stretch out because, let's be honest, that's probably the last time you stretched out was maybe last night. Probably didn't even get a chance to stretch this morning, the sad reality of our busy days. So lay out on your mat and just stretch through one side, point down through the right toes and reach through the right fingertips, and then switch it out, left toes point down, left fingertips reach to the back wall, and then just move from side to side. Really take the stretches. See if you can move through the shoulder space, see if you can move through the waist. And then when you're ready, just release. Sigh away, exhale through the mouth, just shrink onto the mat. Feels nice, hey? I bet you feel the longest you've felt in a while. Okay, from here, we're going to take that either up to you, whether you want to take the hands down by the side or take the hands to the belly and the chest so you have something physical to breathe into. I'm going to start off with our even breathing. So just find yourself nice and comfortable. Before we start, I want you just to take a little bit of a body scan. So we're going to start from the heels that are connected to the mat. Notice where the toes are pointing. They're pointing up towards the ceiling. We just want to encourage that release. See if we can breathe those toes down towards the mat. Moving up now, noticing whether the knees are grabbing, if they're gripping a little bit. See if you can just shake it out and just relax a little more. And then after that, coming up towards the hips, noticing the heaviness through the hips. And then from there, we're going to just take a moment, finding all the way up towards the shoulders, the arms, the lower arms, the fingertips, just finding that heaviness, that connection with the mat. And now with an opportunity to start to take that equal breathing. Remember, your breath doesn't have to match my pattern, so do whatever feels good for you. So here we go. Let's take an inhale for the count of 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Exhale, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 4, 3, 2, and 1. With your eyes closed, just go back to that body scan that we started just a few moments ago. Where are the feet pointing? Are the knees grabbing? Are the hips heavy? Are the shoulders up around your ears? Can you encourage them back and down? Take a moment just to breathe those nice, long, elongated breaths. Find that heaviness through the body. And then whilst you're here and quiet, the mind is quiet too. Maybe set yourself an intention if you would like to. Okay, from here, we're just going to take the arms above the head. Swing those hips over to the right, take the feet and the hands over to the left. Stretch your side body out. All of that right side should feel so lovely and open. So thinking here about sending that right hip down. So really anchor it down so we can maximize that stretch down the side body into the IT band on that right side. We can cross that right ankle over the left if it is comfortable. Maybe left hand takes right wrist, maybe it doesn't. Breathe deeply into the lungs. Begin to feel the separation of the ribs. Another nice deep breath here. Okay, releasing off, coming back to your center. From here, just draw the knees in towards you. So taking the feet off of the mat, we've got our legs at right angles. Engage through the core and push down through the lower back so that the core is switched on. Take the hands to the knees. I'm going to work through the hip space. Draw knees in towards you. Take the knees nice and wide. And then send those knees away. Keep the lower back pushing down into the mat. Keep the core engaged and keep the neck relaxed. Just moving through the hip space. Working as hard or as easy as you want. The quicker your moves, the less your core will feel it. The slower you slow it all down, the more intense it will feel. Let's switch up and go the other way. This time, send the knees away, take them wide, and then bring them back in towards you. Again, taking your time or speeding it up, working with what feels good for you. And then when you're ready, just pausing, take a moment, draw those knees in towards the chest, hug yourself together, take the pressure off of the core, maybe a little bit of a rock from side to side if it feels good. And then extend the legs away. This time round, we're going to send the hips over to the left-hand side and the hands and the feet over to the right. Let's find that stretch down that left side body this time. So anchoring that left hip down, finding that stretch all the way down the IT band on that left side, all the way through the ribs. Keep breathing nice and deeply into that side body, filling the lungs so that the ribs can begin to open. Left ankle can cross over the right if you want to. Right hand can take left wrist if you would like to. Keep breathing nice and deeply. Okay, last breath here. And then bringing the body back into the center line. Okay, take the feet flat and make so the knees are pointing up towards the ceiling. We're going to take a block, if you have one, and place it between your knees. Okay, so we've got the narrow side facing us. So pop the block between your knees. We've got it there so we can squeeze that block, which means our inner thighs are working. Okay, you can take the hands down by the side of you. We're going to start off with some pelvic tilts. So what we want to do here is engage through the core, push the lower back down into the mat, push the heels down into the mat too, squeeze the block between your thighs. If it's there, no, there's always an option to just leave it. You don't have to have it. And then just roll the pelvis, lifting the pelvis up ever so slightly and then rolling it back down. Okay, those glutes are going to need to be solid. So you're going to be squeezing to lift. Okay, I'm going to come a little bit higher this time. So squeezing the glutes, squeeze the block, push the heels down into the mat, come up to the midpoint on the back, hold it there, strong core, and then lowering back down. Okay, up to the shoulders this time. So peeling the pelvis up off of the mat, squeeze that block, don't let it drop. Coming up to the shoulders, pausing here. From here, we're going to lower the bottom down, but we're going to just drop the bottom. So we're not going to roll down the spine. We're just going to take the bottom down towards the mat, hover it there, and then squeeze to lift. We're going to go for 10 of those. Keep the weight into the heels, keep the block engaged. Here we go. We're going to go for 10 and lift. For 9 and lift. Keep squeezing. For 8 and lift. For 7, lift. 6, lift. 5, lift. 4, lift. 3, lift. 2, lift. And 1. Let's lift. Okay, keeping those hips lifted. If you want to come into the full expression of your bridge now, roll those shoulders underneath. Make a fist as you interlace those fingers below you. Push the fist down into the mat. Squeeze those glutes, lift through the hips. Push the heels down. Think about the shins moving forward. The chest is open. The neck is neutral. Looking down the center line of the body, making sure that neck is nice and relaxed. Glutes are working hard. Take a nice deep breath here. Feel the openness through the front body. And then roll those shoulders out from underneath you. Engage the core to lower down each vertebra one at a time. Just come to rest down on your mat. You can remove the block now and then just windscreen wiper those knees slowly to the right side. Take the hands out by the side, turn them into cactus arms, pushing down through the elbows so we can just find that ever such a light tension through the chest. Knees come back to center and send the knees over to the left side. Keep pushing down through the forearms, through the elbows. Knees come back to center, and now you can just speed it up a little bit. Taking those knees over from one side to the other. Finding a little bit of light relief through the middle. Finding those stretches down the IT bands of the outside leg. Okay, when you're ready, knees are going to point back up to the ceiling. We're going to come into a reclined pigeon. So take that right leg, cross the ankle over the left. Maybe you're happy here, maybe you want a little bit more. If you're happy here, feeling the stretch into the glutes and into that hip space, then perfect. If you want more, draw that left knee in towards you, interlace the fingers behind the left thigh, and then start to bring that left knee in towards you. Start to push through both heels. We want to protect the knee. Use that right elbow as leverage into the right thigh. Keep the shoulders back and down and away from the ears. Keep breathing here. Imagine you're breathing directly into that hip space. Maybe the body will appreciate this stretch a little bit more. Start to relax into it. Important to notice the differences between each side. To take a little mental scan of the hip area, noticing how it feels. And then switch it out. Left foot comes down, right foot comes down, and we swap it out. Left foot over the right thigh. Maybe you stay here if that's enough for you. If you want more, draw the right knee in towards the body. Interlace the fingers below that right knee or behind the right thigh, and then start to draw that right thigh, right leg in towards you. Pushing through both heels, using that left elbow as leverage against the left thigh. Shoulders back and down, nice long neck, nice and relaxed. Noticing if there's a difference between this side and the other. Maybe one side feels more tense, maybe more tight, a little bit tighter than the other. Maybe you're perfectly equal. Maybe you're magic. Send your next breath to your hips. And then when you're ready, just release that left leg, right foot comes down, and then draw both knees in towards you. Make those love that little circles on the lower back, simply because it feels good. Okay, from here, we're going to start to rock and roll on the spine. And then when you're ready, come to sit up. From here, we're going to cross over those ankles, come straight into your table. We're going to try and avoid going too much through the shoulders, but we're going to start off with our cat-cows. So just begin to open through the throat as you take the inhale, drop the tummy, sit bones come towards the ceiling. As we exhale, round through the spine, taking gaze down between the knees, push down through the hands, find that lovely stretch across the shoulders, and then just moving with what feels good for you. And then taking it into some circular motions, if that would feel good. Remembering whatever you're doing on one side, you're just going to want to reverse it in a moment or two. If you're ready to reverse, then go ahead. Okay, and then from here, we're going to take that right foot away. Start to push through the heel. Keep the hip on the right side level with the left, finding that lovely strength down the back of that right leg. Okay, squeeze that right glute and lift that right leg. Now imagine you've got a pen attached to your big toe. Start to draw circles with that big toe. So really small, isolated movements coming from the glute. We want to make sure that the core is really tightly nipped in, okay? We don't want to be sagging through the front so that we've got this big arch in the lower back. Let's reverse those circles. Your glute should really be working hard today. We've done a lot of glute work already. Okay, we're going to pause, keep that right leg elevated, and then we're going to bend at the knee. More glute work, here we go. We're going to lift through the heel, we're going to hold it for 3, 2, and 1. Draw that right knee underneath the body towards the chin. Hold it for 3, 2, 1. Take it away again, lift that heel towards the ceiling, squeeze that glute for 3, 2, 1. Draw the knee under for 3, 2, and 1. Last one here. Lift through the heel for 3, 2, and 1. Draw that knee under for 3, 2, and 1. Take the knee down. Take the foot out as a kickstand. Take the left leg long. Find your gate pose. Lift up through that left hand. Really reach up. Push down through the pinky edge side of that left foot. And now sweep the left arm alongside the ear, reaching to the front wall and pushing that pinky edge side of that left foot down. Really think here about that long line that you're making through that left side body. Maybe now start to open up the chest towards the ceiling, roll that left shoulder back slightly. Okay, if you're happy here, stay here. If you want a little bit more, we're going to lift through that left leg. Oh, that's a heavy leg. And now draw that elbow towards the knee and send away. We're going to go for 5. We've done 1. Here we go. For 2, for 3, for 4. It's getting harder. And for 5. Now find your gate pose. Stretch it out. Start to find the openness through the chest. Take a nice deep breath. Feel into the ribs on that left side. And then left hand can come down and that left foot can come down. Okay, from here, let's move the left foot away now. Start to push through the heel. Find the strength down the back of that left leg. Nip that core in preparation for what is to come. And then we want to take that dip out of the lower back. Draw that left hip level with the right. Okay, a little bit more glute work. Here we go. Squeeze the glute to lift that left leg. Keep the body down the center line of the mat. Core is nipped in nice and tight. Okay, the pen is on your big toe. We're going to draw little circles with that big toe. Glute is working. Okay, if you were to prod it, it would be solid. We want to make sure that we are doing small isolated movements from there. Maybe one side feels a little bit better than the other. Maybe it doesn't. Okay, let's reverse it. This one feels so weird to me. It just doesn't feel like it belongs to me now, my foot, to really focus. I hope you're more coordinated than I am on this side. Okay, we're going to pause there, but we've got more to come. So bend at the knee, squeeze that glute. We're going to lift through the heel. and then hold it for 3, 2, 1. Draw that left knee all the way under. Push the hands into the mat, bring the knee towards the chin for 3, 2, 1. Send it away, lift through the heels, squeeze that glute for 3, 2, 1. And bring it under, knee towards chin for 3, 2, 1. Last one, make it count. Draw that heel towards the ceiling, nice and strong for 3, 2, 1. Knee comes under for 3, 2, and 1. Nice. Take the knee down, take the foot out as a kickstand, take the right leg long. Lift through the right hand, push down through the pinky edge side of that right foot. Find your gate. Take a moment, take a breath. Reach that right arm all the way alongside the ear. And now maybe roll that right shoulder back, open chest towards the ceiling. All right. And now you can stay here if you want. If you want a little bit more, we can lift through that right leg. And if you want more, bring elbow towards knee. For 1, send it away. For 2, send it away. For 3, send it away. 2 more. For 4, send it away. Last one here for 5, and send it away. Right foot comes down. Find your gate pose. Reach, 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 reach. Push that pinky edge side of that right foot down. Open through the chest. Take a breath. And then the right hand can come down. Find your table. Wiggle out, do whatever you might need to do. Okay, we're going to walk the fingertips forward now, finding your puppy. Sink the chest low, keep the hips stacked over the knees. Lift through the palms if it's comfortable so that you have further to dip the chest down. Come down onto the forehead if it's comfortable for you. Take a breath. Okay, from here, let's take that left hand, slide it underneath the right, rest on top of that left shoulder. Walk the right fingertips as far forward as you can. Really, really push down through the fingertips to find that stretch through that right shoulder. Now lift through that right arm, take it all the way behind you to touch the top of that left thigh and open through that right shoulder space. Okay, let's unwind. Right hand comes down, push down. Draw left arm out, left hand comes down. Right arm slides underneath, come to rest on top of the right shoulder. Left hand, walk it forward, keep the palms lifted, and then see how far you can walk the fingertips forward. Push into the fingertips to find the stretch through that left shoulder. Now lift through the left arm, and if it's comfortable, wrap it all the way behind you to touch the top of the right thigh, rolling that left shoulder back. Taking just another breath here. Okay, left hand is going to place down, push down, coming back into your table. From here, tuck the toes, hover the knees, and then rock the body weight back, taking the chest towards the thighs, push down into the hands. Think about the heels pushing back, find the stretch underneath the feet and down the Achilles, down the calves. Take a nice long spine here, and then when you're ready, step, hop, or jump to the top of your mat. Okay, from here, let's take a nice forward fold, popping the chest on top of the thighs. Take the body weight down. Imagine that the crown of the head is reaching down by the toes. Take opposite elbows and then take a little sway from side to side. And then when you're ready and stable, swap over, take the other opposite elbows, the odd one. Okay, when you're ready, take the hands down, slowly stack each vertebrae, absolutely no rush here. Taking your time. Oh, nice. Always fiddle with the leggings. That's just what we do. Okay, we're going to grab hold of a block. Place the block between your knees, okay? So we're squeezing. We want the abductors to be working, so the inner thigh, so nice and strong here. We're going to take the arms up towards the ceiling, lifting up and out of the waist, and then sink down into your chair, okay? So sinking down into your chair, thinking here about sitting the weight back into the heels. So you should be able to wiggle the toes, okay? So we're sitting back nice and deeply. Take the arms a little bit higher, sink a little bit lower. Take the hands to heart center and then take the twist round to the right hand side. Coming back to center, take the lift, come all the way back up, keep squeezing that block. Take the fold, send the hips back first, hinge from the hips, and then begin to sit back down. Take the weight into the heels, lift through the arms, sink a little bit lower. Take the hands to heart center, take the twist to the left. Keep that right knee edging back. Come back to center, take the arms high. I wonder if we can do it a little bit quicker this time. Let's see. From here, we're going to send the bottom back, hinging at the hips, lower down. Hands to heart center, take the twist to the left. Back to center, let's stand back up. Sink back down. Hands to heart center, take the twist to the left. Back to front, take the lift, bring the hands up. Coming back down, hands to heart center, take the twist to the right. Back to center, lift through the arms. Sit back down, hands to heart center, take the twist to the left. Back to center. From here, take the fold, drop the block. Take a fold, and then start to pedal out the heels one at a time. Really take your time here. You can wiggle through the bottom to release through the back. Okay, take those feet and firmly plant them down this time. Take a bend through the right knee. Left hand is going to place down. Use a block if you need to lift the floor. And then open through the right side, lifting through the right arm. Thinking about sending the sit bones back towards the back wall. Let's switch it out. Right hand comes down, bending through the left leg, straightening through the right, coming into a twist. Taking gaze up towards the ceiling if it's comfortable for you. Coming back to your center. Okay, perfect. From here, take the hands down to the mat. We're going to take a large step back with the left foot, okay? From here, we're just going to move around this lunge just for a moment. So keeping those hands connected to the mat is a really safe way of doing it. So we want our knee over our right ankle, and it's up to you whether you want to move into the space. If you're happy just static, then stay there. If you like to wiggle around a little bit like me, then do. Okay. When you're happy, take that left hand down, reach the right arm as far forward as you can, stretching forward with the fingertips, pushing back with that left heel, and then open to the right side, come into a twist, and then maybe take that right hand behind you, open through the right shoulder. Okay, let's take that right hand down. Going to come through our plank. Right foot is going to join our left. Inhale the weight forward and then lower down. Okay, from here, take the hands behind you. Roll those shoulders back and down. Think about squeezing the shoulder blades together. We want to be lifting through the shoulders to open through the chest. As we take an inhale, think about lengthening through the crown of the head, maybe lifting through the toes as well, okay? As we exhale, lower. Inhale to lift. Exhale to lower. 3 more. Take the inhale to lift. Exhale to lower. 2 more. Take an inhale to lift. Squeeze those glutes. Push through the pubic bone. Roll those shoulders back. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. Lower down. Inhale, take the lift. And then lower. I've lost count, so I'm going to say that's that. Take the hands as a pillow. Rest the forehead down. Bend at the knees, windscreen wiper those knees from side to side. Removing any tension that's gathered in the lower spine. Keep the neck nice and relaxed. Okay, pausing there. I'm going to take the hands down underneath the shoulders. Tuck the toes, elbows to the back of the room. Strong glutes, strong core. Let's push up through plank. Option to stay on the knees if you want. In 3, 2, and 1. Okay, and then from here, let's take that left foot through the hands. We want our knee stacked over our left ankle. And then again, option here just to move around that hip space. Okay, and then when you're ready, that right hand places down, stretch that left arm as forward as you can. Stretch and stretch through the fingertips, push back with the back heel, no lazy legs. And then lift through that left arm, come into a twist. Okay, maybe gazing up towards the ceiling, maybe taking that left hand, wrapping it all the way behind you to touch the top of the right thigh. Roll that left shoulder back. Keep pushing through the back heel, lifting through the back kneecap as if it's coming up towards the ceiling. Nice, strong back leg. It's the leg we can't see, so we forget about it. All right, left hand is going to place down. From here, let's take that left foot back to join the right. For a moment, just pedal out on the heels. Wiggle through the bottom, release any tension through the spine. And then sink those heels down. If you need to take a nice deep bend into the knees to do that, then please do. Okay, take the knees down to the mat. Cross over the feet and come to sit on the bottom. Okay, moving that block out of the way. So we're going to come through boat. So sitting up nice and tall, engage through the core, draw in the lower abs, sit up nice and tall, maybe the hands behind you for some support. From here, let's lift through the feet. Okay. So from here, taking the hands away, lift and lift and lift. Okay. We're going to just do a few little Russian twists, not too many. We're going to take the hands down to the left or towards the left, then have to touch down, back to center, and then to the right. We'll do 10, then another 10, okay? So we've done 2. Here we go. For 3, for 4, 5, 6, 7, sorry for my heavy breathing, 8, 9, 10. Take the feet down, hug yourself together, bring your forehead towards your knees. Really allow your knees to push into your elbows so you've got this lovely stretch across the shoulders and across the spine. I'll give you another 2 seconds worth of recovery whilst I chat away. And let's get back to it. Find your boat. You know where you've come from. Set your boat. These are your oars. Okay, here we go. We're going to go for 10. For 1, 2, 3. Keep sitting up nice and tall. 4, 5. We don't want to sink our boat. For 6. For 7. Can you sit up taller? For 8. For 9. And last one for 10. Roll yourself back, okay? Give yourself a lovely hug together. Start to roll, make little circles on the lower spine and find what feels good for you. Perfect. Okay. From here, just extend the right leg away, draw the left knee in towards the left shoulder. Give that little pinch into the hip. Just keep the shoulders back and down. Start to push through both heels if you feel inclined to. And then release, draw that right knee across to the left side. Come into a little twist and take the left fingers away from you. Maybe gaze over those fingers if it's comfortable. Coming back to your center. Extend the left leg. Draw that right knee in towards you. Interlace the fingers below the right knee. Drawing that knee in towards the right shoulder. Again, if you want to push through both heels, that would be great. Finding that nice little pinch into the hips. Keeping relaxed through the shoulders. Keep the space between the shoulders and the ears. Okay, this time releasing left hand to the outside of the right knee. Draw the knee across the body. Come into a twist. Right hand away, gaze over the right fingertips. And then coming all the way back to your center. And then taking both feet flat, just windscreen wiper those knees from side to side, just reducing any tension that might have been gathering, or rocking and rolling on your spine. Do what feels good for you. And then when you're ready, I'm going to start to walk those feet away from you. And you're moving into your final Savasana. So this is a time if you want to put on a jumper or grab a blanket or a cushion or whatever it might be. Just start to remember that familiar place on your mat where you started from. Thinking about the heaviness through the body, the calmness of the breath. Maybe beginning to close off the eyes. Taking a moment just to resettle. So today, your guided relaxation will be about mountains. So closing off your eyes and just bringing your attention just to the flow of your breath. Feeling each breath in and each breath out. Allow your body to be still, to be heavy. And as you rest, picture in your mind's eye as best that you can a mountain that you know, that you've seen. Or just simply imagine one. Visualize it in your mind's eye. Hold it there. And see if you can increase that vision, asking for a better focus. Noticing what it looks like, the overall shape. Maybe the peak that reaches high up into the sky. Thinking about the large base that's rooted firmly down into the earth. Maybe it gently curves, maybe it's steep. Maybe the sloping sides are rugged and rocky, or just simply snow-covered. And notice just how massive it is, how solid, how unmoving, how secure it is. Perhaps your mountain has snow at the top and the trees on the lower slopes. Perhaps one prominent peak, or maybe a series of peaks, or just a really high plateau. Whatever its shape or appearance, just sitting and breathing with the image of that mountain and how it makes you feel. Observing it, noticing its qualities. When you feel ready, see if you can imagine sitting there on the summit. I mean, how would that feel? Imagine the environment, the wind, the fresh air, the sunshine on your skin, the emptiness, the solitude, the happiness, the peace and the quiet. Take a moment to enjoy the vista. Noticing the birds swooping and that solid, cold rock beneath you, supporting you as you breathe in the fresh air. Imagine that you are the mountain rooted to the earth. Allow your mat to support you, allow your body to lengthen in your final moments of relaxation. I want you to imagine feeling the warmth of the sun on your skin and just breathe in the energy. Like you, that mountain remains still as the seasons flow into one another and the weather changes, moment by moment, day by day. Feel the strength that is you. Trust in your stability, your energy as you channel it into supporting others. Know that, like the mountain, you can weather any storm, and you know that your strengths come from the challenges that you face. Yet you are powerful, you are secure, and you are deeply connected to the earth. Sit with that moment as you breathe in and you breathe out. Starting to wiggle through the toes, wiggle through the fingers, starting to bring energy back into the body again as you bring your awareness back to the present moment. And then maybe taking a lovely deep inhale, reaching those arms high above the head, stretching out, feeling great, maybe a little bit of a smile. And then when you're ready, coming right back up to a seated position, and I will be there.